Oke, let's go guys, kita udah live streaming. Ini versi horizontal, kita bikin yang versi apa, YouTube live panel. Lah, kok yang live horizontal lah? Tuh, ini sih. Salah gua. Wait guys, sebentar, kita masih setting dulu guys. Ada kesalahan. Oke, ini kita bikin dua versi ya. Ada vertikal dan horizontal mode. Kita ubah nih.
Yang satu mah pas kita nanjak, yang dua pas kita turun ya.
Bisa jadi. Kalau kebanyakan satu folder dia. Oke, let's go. Kita udah live streaming guys. Oke, ini kita mau review Epic National Card. Oke, ini berapa menit sih? Anjir, 150 pemain, cok. Aduh, jelek banget ini. Yang bagus cuma ini doang, paling ujung kiri. Ada Eden Hazard, Oliver Giroud, Zirke, Brian, Zaragoza. Makin ke kanan tuh makin jelek guys. Ada Lorenzo Insight ya. Ini Mbappe kartunya begini. Mbappe ini emang bagus ya. Ada Jawan Lewing anjing, Jami Leweling. Lah, ini kayak butuh duit banyak sih nih. Nanti ya kita ngapus divisi ya guys. Mana nih hapus divisi? Live streaming gua ada dua nggak ini?
Nggak tahu. Mau lihat.
Gua bikin dua versi nih. Ada versi vertikal sama vertigo. Itu di mana sih? Oh, ini vertikal.
Portrait, landscape.
Sini lagi. Gua nggak bisa lihat nih kalau pakai YouTube gua. Ganti YouTube kali ya. Ganti akun. Another flower. Horizontal mode bawahnya. Gue kalau mau lihat vertikal gimana anjir? Ah, susah ya.
Arjun mulu banyak banget fotonya. Bocah request ini.
Bot trick gua apa namanya? Aduh, chat. Oke, ntar kita keluar dulu guys, ada kesalahan guys.
Siapa sih nih?
Malah gua close. Nggak kelihatan. Cuk, rambut gua keren, cok. GG, GG. Calon pemain akan segera kadaluarsa. Aduh, kadaluarsa guys. Mana nih? Nggak apa-apa lah ya. Kini kita punya satu calon pemain bintang 5 nih. Kira-kira pilih siapa nih guys? 24 hari. Anjing lama cuy gantinya. Griezmann gak sih? Kita ngambil Griezmann atau Omar Marmousu? Alan Varela. Alan Varela FC Porto. Alex Tales. Griezmann, kita ambil Griezmann kah? Ambil nggak ya? Kita rekrut Griezmann nggak ya? Aduh bingung, ntar aja lah. Ruben Neves kayak seperti bagus Ruben Neves. Saka, mana Saka nih? Oh ini Saka. Main bansos semua pemain gue nih, gokil. Versi vertikalnya kok nggak ada ya? Masalah statue bukan berarti tak mau. Lawan City anjay, betis juta. Oke. Ini kita full pemain bansos ya guys nih. Ini juga kita dapat terbaik A. Oke sih lawannya legend nih.
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And expectations are rising, and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. We have already started here. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Anjir ada Iniesta, cok.
Oh, this looks sharp.
Ribet
Great ball if he can get there.
Ngeri banget ke sih?
He rises.
Anjir.
It's an what a, and the keeper couldn't hold it.
Jauh.
These early
Malah sini.
exchanges have been frenetic. Looks like we have a proper game on our hands, Peter.
Oke, fokus.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Can he spark a counter here?
Malah
And
lurus
cuts it
gua
out.
ngasih ke Ruben Neves.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Peter,
Ronaldo
it's not
lari.
often I'll focus
Oke,
on the influence of a
bagus.
Cristiano Ronaldo is on it. Great
Ah.
hit! And it's a goal!
Tim Legend
And
kebobolan
that really is so impressive.
Bansos.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So, a breakthrough already. Conte,
Bisa dia ngelewatin.
quarter of an hour played. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye.
Aduh, gua ini ya pertemanan. Cakep banget Kante. Cakep
That's a
banget.
nicely measured pass.
Dapat lagi, nice.
Oh, the ball's run loose here. And the finish! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Apa?
Oh, there's the hit! It's there!
Ulang ya?
And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Oh, the invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
Things starting to look
Sumpah ini
very
gol jago
comfortable.
banget, guys.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Anjir.
Ruben Neves. Alexander-Arnold. It's a good spell of possession, this. Madrid have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly in the driving seat. Conte. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Mohamed Salah. Very nicely done. In with the
Anjir, lama
challenge.
ngopernya.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Batistuta. Real chance!
Oh gila, Victor Baia jago banget.
Split second reaction.
Ini
I
BTW
think
gua
he's
nggak
done
bisa
great
lihat
there,
yang versi
both reading it
horizontal
and
nih,
dealing with
ngecek
it.
apa enggak nih?
They've got a healthy
Terus gua lagi
number
nggak
of
bisa
very tall
lihat
targets to pick out from this corner.
And now a sudden chance to counter. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Rice. He's shifting through the
Oh,
gears
minggu banyak
here.
nih.
There's the shot. WACTCHING and reclaimed it in a trice.
Dengaran dong.
Now it's Batistuta.
Kenapa nih?
Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
This is the time you need that pace.
Anjir, gue jago banget.
Ruben Neves. And he's there to retrieve it. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Passing nice and neat.
Anjir.
Rodri. Oh, good-looking ball.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Opts for safety. David Villa is herring after that one. Madrid looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Van Dijk. Hernandez. Conte. Hernandez. Rodri
dapat
gets
lagi.
over and intercepts. He is through here. He's had a hit.
Anjing goblok.
Madrid are looking unguarded here, just about getting away with it.
Well, Peter, they're renowned for their breakaways, but you do have to be risky at times.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Ruben Dias and Mohamed Salah.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And there's the end of the first half. So your views on the first half?
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
Madrid in control at half-time, 2-0.
Podrá ser expulsada del estadio.
Statue. Kecil banget. Tim Legend kalah sama tim Bansos.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Ya, tebak lagi.
Changes made by neither side,
Alhamdulillah
from
ya,
what we
kita
understand.
jago menebak-nebak.
Now it's
Pergerakan
Ruben
bola
Neves.
musuh.
Cristiano
jago.
Ronaldo. Ruben Neves. Oh, super ball. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he's certainly onside here. Referee's had a good look and given a corner.
Gila, agak ngeri juga nih.
It's their second corner of the game.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter. We've seen
Lari, Karim.
raking
Karim,
passes
lari,
just to
Karim.
spread
Ya.
the play.
Kenapa berhenti sih?
Rodri cuts out the pass. Carvajal. He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Ronaldo.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that is a little undercooked. WACTCHING. And there's green grass ahead of him.
Mulutnya aus ya.
David Villa. He's had it taken off him. Madrid with this handy-looking 2-0 lead. They are looking comfortable.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Oh, smashing header!
Anjir.
Batistuta. Now, what about a counter-attack? It looks a good ball through.
La asistencia a este partido
Conte.
asciende a 71.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Short changes him with that pass. The most accurate pass.
Look,
Okay, salah,
movement
gocek.
creates
Tiga
more
pemain, gocek.
options, and that was really sharply done.
Iya.
Just eases him off the ball. Over to the left. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rice. Musiala. And it's Ruben Neves.
Salah. Yang salah kan di sana.
Adams. David
Gua
Villa.
anjing lawan tim legend sumpah. Takut
That
comeback,
looks a
takut
cracking
comeback,
ball.
gua takut comeback
Oh,
sumpah.
what a pass!
Nice banget Vanjik.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
Aduh, takut comeback nih anjing.
David Villa goes in for the header. Ruben Neves. It's a really well-measured ball. Iniesta. David Villa. Shapes to shoot!
Anjir, buang jauh. Boom.
WACTCHING.
Tangan gua keringetan, Cok. Lawan. Pegel banget nih sumpah.
David Villa. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it.
Ini candid nganganya.
Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Anjir.
Orang agak banget.
Rice. Decent hit!
Aduh, bangke kan kena shooting.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's
Pegel
clear
banget
that
lawannya
the
ini,
keeper
sumpah,
was
guys.
unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
This is threatening to become a really good
anjir.
game.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key.
And the shot!
Anjir.
And that would have won it.
He's really
parah.
trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
Depan gawang kagak gol.
Anjing lucu banget anjing. Ber.
Conte.
Star lu.
Kagak bisa nih online anjing.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Anjir.
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need
Ini
filling,
lagi.
and fast.
Kelihatan mukanya ya?
Yang fokusnya ke HP.
And now they can spring out of defence. Now that's well seen too. And that interception was most necessary.
Out.
That
Nice.
was well played, well stopped.
And that's definitely not his best. Oh, he's found support out wide. Caught offside that time.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
And here's Sané.
Anjing,
He's
sana
got
enak
away.
gerakannya.
And he's cut it out. Musiala at his creative best. He set up 2 goals. Oh, that's a key interception. I think we're just about done here. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Oh, that just
Anjing,
required
ngeri
a
banget,
bit
Cok.
more
Cok, ngeri
oomph
banget.
to reach its target.
Anjir kan seri tai.
Had a shot!
Buat itu tak.
And yes, it's
Anjir, anjir.
there! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Seri, Cok.
So
Itu
all
bagus
square
lah.
with almost no time remaining. And we're done. A
Tidak
draw and
seri.
a highly
Tenang,
unpredictable
guys.
one. Fair share of momentum
Lumayan
shifts.
nonton.
Highly entertaining until the very end.
Kalau gua, aduh,
Cristiano Ronaldo
bagi dua
picking
nih
up the
nontonnya.
Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
Deportivo Azul metalizado con matrícula
Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Oke, bisa guys. Bisa. Nice. Karim Arthur Koglu keren banget sih ini. Lumayan nih. Ada pemain keren lagi nggak ya? Zumendi. Julian Alvarez. Gue siapa strikernya ya?
Wih, keren ini, Bro. Keren ini.
Anjay. Kirim donatin. Mantap tim Indonesia coy. Main tengah gua pendek-pendek semua anjir. Stay tune.
Ada yang dekat.
Gue sadar.
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. We have already started here. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that's been cut out, well played. He's got away.
Anjir,
Mbappe!
Mbappe ya gacor dia.
Just too much, fractions.
Oh, and it's such a good effort, and maybe the target really should have been hit.
WACTCHING looking for the run. Vitinha. There they go, hunting in packs. And the flag has... Can he put it away? Rice.
Peter, it's not often I'll focus on the influence of the goalkeeper, but Vitor...
Face to face. Decent hit! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Looks to clip it forward. Robertson. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Quarter of an hour played. Rice. Mohamed Salah. And he's managed to get free. Can he finish? And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
This is the time you need that pace.
Alexander-Arnold promptly onto that, and that is that. And no, that was never going to make it. Rice. WACTCHING. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. So still waiting for the first breakthrough here, but it has been a pretty open start.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Rice.
That's going in strongly.
There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Vitinha.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Ruben Dias calmly anticipates. And it's Salah. He has found the way through. Well read, nice interception. Ribéry. Ribéry proves just a little bit too strong. The chip pass hasn't quite come off.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And that could set him on his way.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Vitinha. Cristiano Ronaldo. Indonesia applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific.
Well, it's quite simple. They have the best man for the job on it.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. He's gone for it! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Alexander-Arnold. Rice. And it's Salah. Here's Vitinha. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Look, they're prepared to be
Maxi.
quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Mohamed Salah! Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Pedri. Oh, it's come loose. Ruben Dias. And Alexander-Arnold. He's looking for the runner here. So nearly the perfect ball.
Ayo.
Well, who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Kivior. Robertson. Now Kivior. Alexander-Arnold. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Vitinha. Ronaldo is onto this. Now
Ronaldo!
the ball in. He rises! Well, they've got plenty back, they can deal with that. And that is going to be the final action of the first half.
Sering
Well, there
menusuk.
it is, half-time, not a
jantung
bad
kanan
watch by
lawan.
any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless. The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of
Anjir.
action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. So the first half brought no goals. WACTCHING. Ribery.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
They get a throw in. Hernandez. Ribery kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he's forced to go back. That has been cut short. Ribery. And it's Messi. Ruben Dias cuts it out. Just eases him off the ball. Conte.
Tenang.
WACTCHING. And it's Salah. He's had it taken off him.
Salah.
And he's intervened well there. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rice. Alexander-Arnold.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
Messi.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Hah? Siapa?
Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's found a way through.
Lah.
He's had a
Baik
shot. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
A more than decent
banget.
attempt, Peter.
Serem.
Kan ini ambient hijaunya tuh.
Iya ya, ada kebut-kebut gimana gitu.
Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them.
Kejauhan opernya.
Mbappe.
Lari.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Indonesia needed that. They really needed it.
Aduh,
Yeah,
bagus.
they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Tai.
Gives it back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
Vitinha. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Rice. Conte. WACTCHING. Van Dijk gets a foot in here.
Aduh, lemes anjing.
Thinks one through. Chips it through. He's through, now is he in?
Mbappe, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little
Thanks to
bit
the subscribers.
Ooh, thank you udah subscribe
Done
guys.
delicately. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Udah bisa kah? Gimana, aman gak? Bisa guys. Thank you Aurel.
Challenge just
Udah
a bit
bisa
on the
left,
firm side.
horizontal sama vertikal.
Fiddles it through.
Cuman anehnya tuh view gak jadi dikit ya.
Indonesia merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Oh, great play!
Nice pelangga.
Madrid have a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. So who is the
Ronaldo
target
ngasih,
now?
Ronaldo tendangan
He's having a
menunggu.
look at what's available. And that certainly packed a punch. Rice kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Mohamed Salah.
Kenapa nggak pakai 1080? Emang ini pakai apa ya? Terus udah deh.
Now it's Messi. Oh, he's onto
Anjir.
this. And he was
Jauh
alert
jauh.
to it.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Anjir.
Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ruben Diaz gets over and intercepts. Now it's Rice.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Robertson gets across to intercept that. Mohamed Salah. Vitinha played out to the right. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Aduh.
Real chance!
Naikin lagi selalu.
Oh,
Kalau
what
vertikal.
about that? Save the best for
Serius
last.
cuma 170.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Emang yang gue pakai berapa? Berasa udah sesuai deh. Udah kalah lagi. Kenapa sih permainan gue jadi begini? Jadi jelek. Ya, mencet.
And that will be the final act.
Semenjak naik
Well,
gunung
that was
tangan gue
tense.
dikeram
The
nih.
two
Main.
parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Ini udah 180.
Your reflections then, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Oke guys, sepertinya gue hari lagi sering kalah deh. Ganti Saka aja lah. Itu video udah diedit sama dia, Im? Apa video ori? Itu video ori.
Mana?
Itu.
Ini.
Udah diedit sama dia.
Udah.
Ya, gue butuh yang ori anjir.
Ini lu edit dah.
Iya, dia ada musiknya itu. Ya.
Lu coba punya lu yang lu vlog itu lu edit. Ini live streaming edit lu.
Kagak nih, kagak dia.
Daripada live streaming main game kamu.
Bisa menang anjing, tangan gue kaku nih. Ngeditnya kan tinggal ngasih lagu doang lagi dia. Tai banget.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. We have already started here. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. That's been cut out, well played.
Tung dia kesana.
Gently done. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Musiala. Can he latch on to this?
Ronaldo.
Cleared away. Lovely.
Jamal. Jamal, nice banget, yes.
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That is glorious.
Update-nya terbaru dari
himself.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
Biasanya POV-nya tuh pasti.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Conte. Mohamed Salah.
Jamal.
That's tidy. And the shot!
Anjay.
Oh, denied brilliantly.
Conte really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Punched away. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Tries a shot! Sticks it away! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Manchester United grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And the counter is on. It's a great ball. And it's skewed away. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Rice, Madrid looking to pass their way through. Great ball, and he's in here. And that is expertly dealt with. Van Dijk gets it clear.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he cuts out the supply. Alexander-Arnold hurtling down that right flank. And that's gone loose. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Now it's Mbappe. Rice. Conte. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh gitu sih.
Diogo Costa will lay claim to that. Caicedo. That is a great pick out. He's shifting through the gears here. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Mbappe. Neatly clipped into space. That is a brilliant interception. Musiala. Mohamed Salah. Musiala. Madrid finding their passes. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Messi. Mbappe. Good spot, he's seen the run.
Out.
It's a goal kick.
Kayak panas banget ya. Langsung dingin anjing.
Alexander-Arnold. Oh, good spread. Rice. Alexander-Arnold. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Ruben Dias makes the interception. Can he get onto this? And that should be the keeper's. Now that looks a decent. Mbappe!
Nih anjir gol.
There it is!
Parah nih gol kalahan nih anjir.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Now it's Rice. And he's gone backward here. Alexander-Arnold. And they're back on the ball again.
Tuh. Ini mah agak
Now
kelamaan
it's
anjir.
Mbappe. Schneider. Conte. That pass has been well intercepted. Well, that pass isn't the best. Mbappe!
Anjir, Mbappe lagi.
Really well taken goal. And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Mbappe sayap kiri, gokil.
No space, no
Enak sih Mbappe
problem.
sayap kiri,
You
bunyinya.
just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Substitution.
And that'll be the final action of the first half.
Just a quick reminder today, please refrain from parking outside this stadium. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Salah, telat.
And we're off again.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Ih,
Neymar.
ya
Well, it's a nice idea,
Allahu
but the
Akbar.
execution was lacking. Looking for the runner. Lewandowski puts his foot on the gas. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And here's Lewandowski. It's Lewandowski! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Turns and goes back. He's gone for goal!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Anjing bulit dia.
And that's a throw-in.
Ah, kena guys.
Mbappe with 2 goals already to his name.
Neymar really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
And
Astaga.
he's on his way!
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
And it's Lewandowski. Saka. Good driving run. Oh, shooting chance! That a
Anjir.
foul? Yes, the referee's given it.
Apa lagi?
And no surprise, that's a booking.
The attendance for this match was 71,649.
Now it's Lewandowski. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. He's not got that quite right. Hernandez. Madrid do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Musiala. Lewandowski. Mohamed Salah. Lovely bit of skill. Chouameni. Schneider. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Ruben Dias. Van Dijk. Hernandez. Saka. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Mbappe producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Caicedo. Hernandez.
Ih,
Schneider. Picked out Lewandowski! And for a moment, time stood still. Madrid have their second corner now. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Now it's Lewandowski. Nice control. He's been picked, has a shot! Messi.
Dia berharap
Van Dijk
tendangan
cuts it out.
terobosan, anjing.
Hernandez. Musiala. Musiala going face to face with his great rival. Van Dijk. And Hernandez. Rice.
Anjir.
Messi. Oh, perfectly measured that. Nice physical challenge. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Hernandez. Now Van Dijk. Kante, who does have an assist to his name. Aimed beyond the
Serangan
defence.
baik lagi, anjir.
Face to face with the key. Real chance! They are rampant! And surely that settles it. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So now the difference is 3. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Lewandowski. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he's gone looking for safety. Van Dijk. And Hernandez. Looking for options for movement. He's found a way through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
There will be 3 minutes
Neymar.
added time.
That's a nicely weighted pass. Kante calmly anticipates. Now Mbappe. Now the finish! It's there! Results no
Amat
longer in
deket
doubt. It's just about how many. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can come into it, and it didn't.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Manchester United are at the peak of their power.
Anjing,
Goes
Van
in for
Dijk
the header.
nyerang.
Close, but time for no more. The whistle has
Ya,
gone.
guys, nggak apa-apa, guys. Kasih dia
Well,
kemenangan,
what a
guys.
game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see.
Ah, degradasi nih game. Terus kita main walaupun kalah, guys. Aduh. Ah, ikat you. Aku ingin kau menerima seluruh. Gue bermain gak lari pancingan. Pemain yang bertindak sebagai pengejar back untuk mencari. Simen, oke. Simen. Bisa lah main menang anjir, kalah 2 kali tai. Astagfirullah.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion. It adds to a way off the ball! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Yeah.
So, a breakthrough already. Oh, super find. And Messi!
Anjay.
A real chance and a real let-off.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
And it's Son Heung-min. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Osimhen, And he's on his big chance! They've
Striker
scored!
dua enak banget.
Not one, but two. It is a dream start. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, it doesn't have to look spectacular. Why complicate simplicity?
Leeds are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh, good ball. Musiala. Osimhen wins the duel this time. Osimhen was
Anjir,
only too
Osimhen
happy to help
ketemu.
out in defence.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Apaan sih?
Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Apaan sih? Main jelek banget guys. Hari ini gue main jelek banget.
No, it's not getting there.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And it's Son Heung-min. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Osimhen! Hernandez. Conte. Ruben Dias. And that's really well manoeuvred. Rice. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Orang anjir.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. He's... And the shot!
Ih, jelek banget shootingannya.
Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Van Dijk. Back into the middle. Cleared without hesitation. A real chance if he can get through. Cristiano Ronaldo. Now the
Ah, jelek
finish!
banget, Cok.
Lavia. Mikel Oyarzabal.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Son Heung-min. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Alexander
Kok
Arnold.
ke kanan? Kok ke kanan sih,
That's a
sayang?
sharp pass. DiMarco. And now the breakaway. Now it's Rice. Now it's Mohamed Salah.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Mohamed Salah. Oh, super ball. Alex Telles. And Son Heung-min. Oh, played through for the wide man. Osimhen. Osimhen unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Mohamed Salah. And he's managed to get free. Great chance! In for the pieces!
Apaan
And
sih?
he's
Gitu
there to
kagak
get
gol,
it
anjir.
away.
Astagfirullah.
Hernandez. And that's a superb pass.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Oh, super find.
Ih, anjir.
And the
Oh,
assistant
shit.
referee rightly gives him offside. And it's Son Heung-min. That's a nicely measured pass. Oyarzabal! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oyarzabal has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Mohamed Salah. Alex Telles. He could be in here. Son Heung-min. He is through here. Bayer is there to take. DiMarco.
Has been indicated.
And he's had it nicked away. Messi. Now it's Oyarzabal! Oh, he did the hard part right,
Salah
but
kita
fluffed the
main ini.
finish.
It didn't
Parah.
quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Boncos.
Hernandez. And the referee brings the first half to a close. How would you review the first half?
Look, Peter, this isn't good. Their body language is not encouraging, and the manager must have a major verbal impact, or else.
In designated areas within these grounds.
And we're underway again.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Ball is over the line.
Oh shit, man.
Alexander-Arnold with the delivery.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Alexander-Arnold. Shifted upfield.
Ramai situ ya.
Van Dijk. Hernandez.
Aku lapar. Hah?
DiMarco. Conte. And they win it back again. And it's Salah. And he welcomes it in. He's dealt with that really well. Messi. Alex Telles. Now it's Oyarzabal. That's been cut out, well played. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Osimhen. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Van Dijk.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
This match was
Oyarzabal.
28,997.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Musiala. Great pressure, plenty of it. Musiala showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Alexander-Arnold. Rice. Hernandez. Rice. Mohamed Salah. And that's not going to reach. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Messi. Now it's Osimhen. Could move up a gear here. He's away. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
An opportunity then to pull clear here. Messi! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
This is actually quite a courageous move.
Climbs up big! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Can he finish? They are rampant! And surely that settles it.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cozy. And he is shown in a yellow card.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
DiMarco.
Pas lah.
And it's Son Heung-min. And Alexander-Arnold. Madrid have it back and can go again. Alexander-Arnold. Musiala. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Fiddles it through. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee.
Ini parah
The
banget sih
referee
ini.
has resisted the
Kalah
temptation
telak
to go to
kita,
his
guys,
pocket. It's just a
beruntun.
stern lecture.
Oh, Peter, what a lucky boy. A telling off as opposed to a sending off.
That is a brilliant interception. What a throw in. He slid in and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Musiala. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pass is just off target. Alex Telles.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Leeds looking to pass their way through, and that's aimed into the middle, and the keeper beats it away. Has a go! He has done it! Yet another goal in
Bro,
an
iya bro.
awesome performance.
Yang satu
They are
horizontal,
in
yang satu
complete
vertikal.
charge. Perfect placement,
Gue
the
mudahan
one
nih, gue
place the
bete, lagi
keeper
bad
couldn't
mood.
reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so
Kalah
often.
mulu gua.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Tuh, gue udah lagi jelek banget mainnya, salah.
Musiala. Alexander-Arnold.
Tuh kan, gue lagi kayak males megang bola anjir.
Changes him with that pass. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Interesting ball. And he's taking no chances there. Foden. Ruben Dias makes the interception. DiMarco. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And the number on the board is 3. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Foden. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And it's Messi. And time
Kalah
is
lagi
up.
guys.
Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.
A quick reminder today that smoking
Any
is
reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message.
Gue main biasa aja kali ya. Namatin acara ya, kita namatin acara. Kita mainin ini. AI jangan AI dong.
Lu tahu kagak mau turun kan?
Wah, lagi live nanggung.
Gila ya, bisa ngaruh gitu loh.
Iya main misi aja dulu, iya bener. Main misi.
Buset, otot sini gua keras banget, Cok.
Bagus itu.
Bagus. Sakit banget anjir, disobek.
Kita besok cuti. Main misi aja dulu kita, guys. Kalau mau lihat tampilannya lebih lebih jelas, ke horizontal aja. Mitsubishi ini. Oke, kita pakai PSG kayak pakai pemain baru kayak lebih semangat nih. Cih, lapar juga gue ya. Diam.
And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here. Kvaratskhelia will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. So Jim, who would you... And the keeper's given it away. Moved on forwards. João Neves. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Chance! Oh, nearly. But nearly is nothing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Vitinha. So what can they make of this? Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. And that's put paid to a promising move.
Yeah,
yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Always going over the top.
Look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
Marquinhos.
Tengahnya mana nih? Tengah ya.
Kvaratskhelia. Paris Saint-Germain have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances.
Astagfirullah.
Goes in for the header! Oh, he did the hard part right, but flubbed the finish.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Hernandez. Hakimi. Out of play for a throw. Hernandez. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
And here's Dembele. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Dembele. Nice physical challenge. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee.
Bagus ya. Anjir.
Hakimi. And here's Ramos.
Yeah.
Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Rower Reds deciding to turn to the long ball now. That is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they've decided to take a more direct route to goal now, but, you know, they can't just continue doing this and make it predictable. And importantly, they've got to look to win the second ball. If they do that, they should get right up the pitch.
Yeah, they really should. And he's managed to get free.
Anjir. Bezir.
Paris Saint-Germain have got it back and they'll have another go.
Boom.
Oh, good-looking ball.
Ih, kok kamu ngambil ya? Ampun.
Half an hour played now.
Ih, cakep
He's
aja.
through and all alone. Marquinhos. Quality ball. Gonzalo Ramos. And he's intervened well there. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Ay.
Can he finish? Vitinha. And here's Dembele. Oh, such a clever touch. And here's Kvaratskhelia!
Gitu dong.
Oh, Paris
Gitu dong.
Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Because
And here's a chance. Paris Saint-Germain have reclaimed it.
well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Lovely feet.
Anjir. Salah.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that could set him on his way. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Vitinha, and that's a great hit!
Ayo
Sticks it
kembalikan skill gue
away.
yang hilang, guys. Please.
Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And the first half is done. How would you review the first half?
Paris Saint-Germain are 2 up and everything is shaping nicely. The only criticism, it could have been 3.
Paris Saint-Germain ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. There's the start of the second half. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Dapat.
He could be in here. And he's cut it out.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Can he latch onto this? Always onto this. And through to the goalkeeper. Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. Gonzalo Ramos. That has been cut short.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
No way through there.
Ih.
That has not gone well.
Jauh nih, berat.
Can he finish?
Cakep.
Goal!
Yah, golan lagi.
And the second
Golan
half
lagi.
is off to a
Tidak,
flyer.
tidak.
Yeah, the pass was bang on and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
The Rower Reds get themselves back into contention.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
And it's Dembele. Gonzalo Ramos. Oh no, this does not look good.
Ya.
Just about up to the hour now. The fullback is in acres of space here. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Vitinha. Doué. So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Threads one in. Can he get onto this?
Changement.
Dembele.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Hernandez promptly onto that, and that is that. Kvaratskhelia. Doué. Now João Neves.
Salah.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Hakimi. More and more pressure on the ball here. Gets a good foot in there. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Attention, changement.
Vitinha, who does have an assist to his name. Hakimi. Vitinha.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Oh, that's been cut out. Well played.
Ah.
75 minutes played. He gets big!
Waduh.
Harmlessly behind.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Now that's well seen too. And it's
Dembele.
Dembele. Doué. He is just caressing the ball. Doué going face to face with his great rival.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Kvar.
Kvaratskhelia.
Ah, anjir.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Tak kasih.
Big, there's the hit! They want to be quick to recover this. Gets into some space. Decent ball. Shot a goal!
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Very much into the last knockings. Nuno Mendes.
Apaan sih? Apaan sih?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Iya apaan sih? Iya apaan sih?
Can he put it
Alhamdulillah
away?
ya Allah. Alhamdulillah ya Allah.
Oh, surely that deserved better.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Siap semua.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Alhamdulillah.
And
Ya
time is
Allah.
up. Paris Saint-Germain can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well deserved and well earned.
Gua kan begini nih tangan gua.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Ih, menang kita. Oke, lanjut laga selanjutnya. Final kah? Oke, ini final, dapatin 1 kemenangan. Oke. Final, guys. Vian, ayo main friendly match sama gua. Aduh. Ini dengkul kayak goyang-goyang gini dengkul gue ya. Pas mau jalan tuh kayak oleng anjing dengkul. Gila betis gue jadi cok. Betis jadi anjir. Rizcay mana Rizcay? Sini im. Rumah di sini kan?
Jauh lah, jauh.
Di mana sih dia?
Jadi tengah.
Oke, final kita lawan Chelsea guys. Ini harus menang sih ini. Parah ini. Anjay, lawan Chelsea. Kita main di kandang Chelsea apa nih? Biru-biru soal menonton. Lama dia. Lama sekali dia. Lama banget guys. Halo guys, ini ada yang mau tanding friendly match gak nih? Anjir ada Torres. Kita cek. Lama juga dia.
Jangan berani kan.
8. Gue kebagi 2 menonton gue anjir. Gue left horizontal sama vertikal. Nah, jadi 2. Kayaknya nggak usah left horizontal deh. Jadi nggak kelihatan banyak.
Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required.
Dembele lari nggak sih?
Scenes here.
Dembele,
A
Dembele.
sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. If you're just joining us, we are already
lama
on the
ngopernya
way.
anjir.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Kvaratskhelia, Gonzalo Ramos. Kvaratskhelia. He's got away. And
Penalti.
he's straight offside.
offset anjir, fuck lah. Suwe kena prank. Oke, ini kayak gue udah semangat lagi nih guys. Damn.
Played out to the left flank. Kvaratskhelia going face to face with his great rival. Doué. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, the explosive Ousmane Dembele is a very interesting player. Praised by many for his game-changing qualities. His showboating and confidence has won him a lot of admirers, and he can be a real force if he can add consistency to all of that talent.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
James drives forward on the overlap. Big header! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Quarter of an hour played. Doué gets his pass away. Colwell has given away a free kick. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Vitinha, and he welcomes it in. Doué. Oh, what a... and the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence.
Oh my god.
Pedro Neto, he has found the way through.
Baca guys.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. No, he's not getting past him there. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Marquinhos. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Can he put it away? They've scored! First blood drawn. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Marquinhos. And Mendes. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Goal!
Colwell gets rid without sophistication. João Neves. Vitinha. And here's Ramos. Passes short and sharp. Hakimi promptly onto that, and that is that. That's a sharp pass. João Felix is wide and looking to get onto this. There's the hit! It's in! And again. They simply do not know what has hit them. Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Chelsea are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Doué. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Paris Saint-Germain are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break.
Ih, cakep.
Palmer. Decent hit!
Ih, cakep.
And that's played in low. And they're quick to get it back. Fofana. Colwill. Cucurella. For Palmer. Doué. Dembele. Dembele tries making a foray down the right.
Oh, really well played.
Ya, intinya ngoper.
This ended up in no man's land. Doué. Great position here. Can he finish? Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we hit half-time. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Yeah, chins have dropped, heads are down, and half-time couldn't have come at a better time.
We would like to inform you that CCTV is now in operation for your safety.
And we're off again.
Look, before they might get too carried away with thoughts of getting back into the game, they can't afford to slip up and concede another. The next goal becomes crucial.
Time and again they are repelled. Colwill. Fofana. Now James. Oh, and he's through the middle. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Ngoper ke sono no. Malah ke situ.
João Neves. Kvaratskhelia will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Mendes stood his ground strongly. Pedro Neto, he's got away.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's...
Can he finish? It's a loose ball. Opts to play it back.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession,
Yeah.
they need to have a very good conversion rate.
Spread out to the left. Back into the middle. João Felix. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
James gathers from the goal kick. João Neves. Doué.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Marquinhos is there, and he can pick it up. Palmer is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, he's seen that early.
Yeah.
Used a certain sixth sense. Tries a shot!
Aduh.
And that has fair fizzed.
Look, they don't come much better in terms of ball striking. It deserved a better result than that.
Nuno Mendes. Kvaratskhelia. João Neves. Colwell spots it and intercepts. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Gonzalo Ramos. Nkunku cuts it out. Pedro Neto. Palmer. Fernando Torres. Vitinha. João Neves. He shifted it to the flank. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Hakimi. And here's Ramos. That's a fabulous ball. And the ball's come loose here. And he's in on goal.
Gonzalo Ramos really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
João Neves. Chelsea claiming a corner, and the referee concurs.
Substitution on the field. Number 8.
Yeah.
Palmer. Number 11. João Felix. Number 18. Nkunku. Coming on the field. Number 22. Number 20. Modric. Number 5.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, Pete,
Up for a header!
Okay.
Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
oh, he went for it there knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
Nicked it back promptly.
Astaga.
João Neves. Nuno Mendes. That'll be a throw-in. And he skips past his man. James. Fernandez. Jackson!
That's
And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Paris Saint-Germain are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence.
Oh, what has happened here? Oh, shooting chance! Yes!
makan dulu kali ya kita, guys. Aduh.
And they are
kosong.
cruising away. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. That's a good run down the left. Vitinha. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Pinches it off him. And the number on the board is 3. He's found a way through. Dewsbury Hall. And he's managed to get free. Oh, that's nice. So that's it. It is all over.
Jadi guys, kayak kita udah
Tale of two
dulu ini
teams,
udah
one irresistible,
mainnya lagi
unstoppable,
jelek,
the other fragile and
Istirahat
seemingly
kemarin habis.
clueless.
naik gunung, tangan pada pegel.
Well, after all of
Ini
that,
sebelah
Jim,
maksain
what are you
banget.
thinking?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was.
Jadi kalah mulu anjay. Kita off dulu guys, kita off dulu guys.